This is DSN TV, showcasing the ability in disability, proudly brought to you by the PA people.
There you go. Anyway, let's get set for business, so to speak, and get ourselves organised for the first game, which is going to be the Blaze versus the Empire. And what we might do is I might, in 1 second, endeavour to get a colleague of ours who will be well known to a lot of people, Murray Elborn, to join us online. So we'll see whether we can get Murray, see whether he's ready to go back in Sydney. It's early in the night, so we'll see what happens if we can get Mr. Elborn up. And with a bit of luck, we will be able to get Murray up and have a chat with Muzz about, well, his thoughts in regards to what is obviously happening over here. So if we don't get him now, we will try him at the end of this game. But Matt, while we're trying to get him up, do you want to have a look at the rosters for
take a look first at
for
the Boise
today's
Blaze.
game?
Yeah. So for the Boise Blaze, young team. This is, I believe, their first national championships. So for number 5, Daniel Solis.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, James Neely. I don't have a number for him, but Gabe Markstrom.
No, that was the one that we only had a question mark on, wasn't it? So.
Yep. And then Colby Morgan, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's get over to the New York Empire.
Yes.
Thankfully, they're all in alphabetical order.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I think Jerron said that he wouldn't be playing, but Tasheen Brown, number 3.
Yeah, I think he said that he
was
wasn't
a
playing,
late scratch from the tournament.
Yeah. I
Okay.
believe that was the case.
And then number 7, Daryl Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 4, Brandon Gabbert.
Yep.
Number 9, Alfonso McFadden. And then we don't have a number for him, but Alex Richmond was a pool player allocated.
We'll be able to work those out, I'm pretty sure, at the time. So, well, what have we got? Around about 5 minutes before game time. We're unable to get a hold of Mr. Elborn at this stage. So, until then, as I said, we're going to conserve our voices, young Matt.
Yeah, and I just got a score update. It's Manly 30 and West 20.
Thanks very much. I really didn't want to hear that.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to start your day off good.
Yeah, guess what? You haven't.
Oh, well, you're sitting next to me. I mean, you should feel pretty good about that.
Yes. Well.
I mean, my aura alone should give you satisfaction.
Well, Troy King will be gloating, I'm quite sure of that. But what we'll do, we'll go and just have a listen to, I think it's Adam Brand, who kicked the day off. But all is in readiness here in Atlanta for the start of day 2. So, as I said, we'll be ready to go in 1 second. Now, I think I've just got another message from... Just got to double check our links here on Skype. People send me Skype messages, and unfortunately I don't get to them straight away. And okay, you're a week behind iTunes show. Okay, fair enough. Murray Elborn, no answer. Okay, that's all that is. It's nothing of any.
And I've just gotten a message from Mr. Elborn. He'll be ready shortly to join us, maybe at halftime through this game.
Yeah, I'll let him know. We'll give him a call at halftime during the game. Now, I'm just going to check a message from Sean. Full time there, buddy. Yes, thanks. Thanks very much, Sean. That's all right. Anyway, let's focus on what we're here to do. And Muzz, just to let you know, we will actually call you in at halftime in this game here. So we'll get through the first half now. As I said, I'll get myself organised, get myself situated, As I said, you're on Disability Sports Network, showcasing the ability in disability. And I've got cords hanging out of me wazoo at the moment. So
Proudly presented to you by the PA people and the support of the IPSA Goalball Subcommittee.
yeah, most definitely. Okay, so at this end here we have 4, 1, and on the right wing looks like it's 6.
And is this Boise on this end that you're speaking of?
I think it is actually. I'll find out once they hear. I'm actually missed.
So what are those numbers again?
4, 1, and 6. Down this end we've got 4 on the right, 1 in the centre, 6 on the left. And the other end they're a little bit more difficult to see, but we will get to them as soon as possible. So we'll see what's going to happen. So we've got the Empire on the right, they're at the far end. We've got the Boise Blaze in front of us. So
number 1 for Boise Blaze is Colby Morgan.
Yep,
And you said number 4 and number 6?
that's correct, yes.
Okay, well I don't have a number 6 or 4 listed on their roster, so we'll have to figure
Okay.
that out as the game goes on. And then just to get a reminder on the Empire.
Yeah, we will get that as soon as possible. I can tell you that 3's looks like playing in the centre for them. Anyway, here we go. Empire starting with the ball. Ball with the left winger. Cross-court ball and into the chest of the left winger down the far end here. Correct. Heads back to his post. About a metre in. Goes. It's straight ball straight through the gap between AB. And it was actually overdived by the centre for the Empire. Fantastic start for Boise.
Absolutely. I think Empire are really angry about that one.
Yeah, most definitely. As I said, they've got it anyway. It's a ball and it's well out and it's gone. Well, it's on as well. I'm not sure what direction it's
I
going
believe
to.
that's
But
going towards Florida. I'm
yeah,
not-
well, there you go. That could be the case. And we'll just give these mics a little bit more volume. Bouncing ball on this occasion, cross-court ball into the centre for the Empire. Empire lays it off to his right wing, who throws from the centre straight to the centre. Number 1 gets onto that now. I do apologise.
Number 1's Colby Morgan.
So Kobe Morgan in centre, but he lays it off to his left wing. We don't have a name for him for number 6 at this stage. Ball races towards the halfway. A big pass back to the right wing and picks it up. Goes with a quick throw into the centre, fractured high, but well blocked on this occasion by Kobe for Boise Blaze. Passes it off to his left wing. Almost got through that AB gap again, but this time the feet come in and stop the ball from going through. There's a quick ball, but straight through to the back of the net. Came off the number 4's right hand and the gap between the AB on the other end. So score is 1-1. Ball now goes with this discus throw from the right winger. Bouncing ball. Skips into the centre player down at the far end for the Empire. Lays it off to his right winger. Goes with a bouncing ball, aiming for the C corner, up and over and into the back of the net. Goal. Score is 2-1 in favour of the Empire early in this first game with 10:47 to go.
Just bad body form on that one.
Yeah, look at hands.
Yep.
Soft hands early in the day. Kobe taking the throw from just right of centre. Goes down to the BC gap. Blocked, fumbled. Picks it up now, sends the ball back, but straight through that gap once again. It's well over.
Yep.
Not a glove laid on it
Nope.
on this occasion. 3-1 to the Empire now over the Boise Blaze.
Think
As
they're
you said,
starting to
they're a
wake
young
up.
side.
Yeah, yep. Both sides are young, but Empire certainly more experienced through tournament play.
Number 4 now for Boise. Comes in, right arm thrower, thrown down the C line. Doesn't get through on this occasion. Blocked wide, blocked out. Ball's going to be dropped in to left winger for the Empire with the ball now. Winds up, goes down his line, but well blocked and blocked out, and it's going to be a line out. The ball's just dribbled across the sideline. He actually defended that ball with most of his body outside of the court. Have now number 4 for Boise Blaze with the ball. Comes in, right-handed throw. Goes a big cross-court ball, almost getting through the gap, but blocked forward between the right winger for Empire and also the centre. Push the ball well forward of the court. Ball now dropped back into the right winger for the Empire. Goes down his line, magnificent ball.
Looks like we have
Now
a
there's a
penalty.
whistle.
10 seconds.
10-second penalty. It was a fantastic ball. It had the ball was in the back of the net before the hooter went. But there you go, 10-second penalty.
Yep.
Empire, after I guess getting shocked, are now leading comfortably 3-1, and number 6 to defend for Boise. So for number 6 to defend for the Empire, I should say. Interesting call because he's actually the centre down there. Goes to the left, goes across the body into the centre's feet, and he was a centre player. So, interesting choice, Matt.
Well, I think that's just lack of execution and lack of experience throwing penalty shots.
Oh, but I also think they chose the wrong person to defend.
Well, yeah, I would also agree with that.
Anyway, the left winger for Empire goes down the line, blocked by 4 for Boise Blaze, goes forward, takes his throw, goes down his line, but just wide, and a line out has been called. Ball now back with the left winger for the Empire. Great ball, a cross-court ball. The left winger runs behind him, standing upright over the centre. So Kobe with the ball now for Boise Blaze. Goes for the gap, hits the gap, gets through the centre, but flicked forward by the left winger's feet. Passes back to his rowing, and it will be a throw, which was an interesting throw. I thought it would have been called actually a pass out, but it wasn't. Anyway, the end result is Boise Blaze left winger, who are down at present 1-3, has the ball. Goes a big cross-court ball, but just too much angle on it. Pushes the ball wide, and it beats the goal judge. Heads to the back of the arena, or the front of the arena, because we're actually at the back. Wonderful facilities here, I must admit.
Yep, absolutely.
Left winger now for Empire. Goes a big cross-court ball, just pushes wide. Had the left winger for Boise sucked right in. I think if they go down that line, they'll get through him. It's a nice ball, aiming for the AB gap, doesn't get through on this occasion. Centre player picks the ball up for the Empire, lays it off to the right wing. It's up and over into the back of the net, and it wasn't a great throw. The Kobe for Boise just got, rolled onto his stomach a little bit and flicked it up. So 4-1.
So we call
And
the
I
Ole
can
defense.
see a little bit of movement on the Boise bench. Bouncing ball, cross-court ball on this occasion. Great. It's one of the better bouncing balls I've seen.
Yeah, it had a nice, good hop and top spin going forward on that one.
But blocked out. Dropped in out of the right winger for the Empire. Sits now. Substitution for the Empire. So out 7 in 4. So we've got 4 and 6 on for the Empire, and you might be able to update on who they are, Matt. And I think there's going to be a substitution down this end as well for Boise Blaze. So, look, tough situation, tough start for them. They got off to a flyer, but just a little bit of poor form by Boise has actually offset them just mildly at this stage. So we'll see what happens further in, but it's a long tournament.
Absolutely. And, this is a hard matchup for them because these guys throw a lot of bounce balls and not something that they get to face and practice a lot.
Okay, here we go. Ball now. Just pushed back down the court. Substitution for Boise. I thought that was on the cards. I saw them. So 4 out. No. So 4 out. And I'm just seeing, I think they said 5 in. That's what it looks like. 4 out, 7 in. There you go. So 4 out, 7 in. We got a 7.
I believe we do, actually. Yep, that's 7, James Neely.
James Neely, 7. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have numbers for...
Well, we know that Colby Morgan's number 1.
And we know that Neely's number 7.
And we know that number 5 is Daniel Solis, according to the roster.
Yeah, it
And
might
we
be
don't-
that Neil Solis who's actually on court. Have
And
they
we
got
d-
5 or 6 players, Matt?
They only have...
4 or 5 players, I mean.
They have 4.
Okay, well, that's Daniel Solis on the left wing then in that case.
And
It might actually be a 5.
Gabe
It's like
Markstrom
a
is the only
6,
one
but
we don't
anyway.
have a player.
Thrown on this occasion by Neely. Goes across court. Picked up by the right winger for Empire. Comes in now. Bouncing ball, aiming for that gap once more. This time, it is actually... he doesn't actually have a number on the back of his shirt.
He's supposed to. It's against the rules.
Well, yeah, there certainly is no number there.
Number 4 for the Knights is Brandon Gabbert. I mean, for the Empire.
There's a great ball aiming for that AB gap, BC gap, and got straight through once again. So 5-1. And this could turn into a rout. And I say that because the last time I said that, of course, it didn't happen.
Inadvertent horn there.
Yes. I was going to say there's hasn't been 12 minutes. There's still 7:49 to go. And Murray, if you are listening, we will call you in at the halftime break of this game. So if you're ready to go, so now we've got Neely on the right wing. We've got Kobe in the centre, and we've got Daniel Solis on the left wing for Boise Blaze. Nearly throws a cross-court ball. Nicely picked up by the centre, lays it off to his right winger. Back standing on his post. Looks like he's going to go down that gap between AB and get straight through there once again. Unfortunately, the centre Kobe's not committing himself enough. He's second-guessing himself, and that's where he's getting caught out a little bit. Discus throw on this occasion. Long ball has been called.
Yeah.
And that will be on James Neely, who will be the defender.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I think you're right, Tony. I think it's just a matter of, he needs to try to just get as much body on the ball as possible. And he's out of position a lot.
Yep, certainly is. I'm just having a look so I've got any messages. What did you see?
Terrible.
Wasted throw.
Yeah, I think that was about three-quarter court or less
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah, it was less than three-quarter pace, and it went out before the high ball line at the defender's end of the court. And that's unforgivable.
No, it's a wasted throw.
You cannot do that. I'm sorry. That to me is just a wasted throw. Anyway, pass down has been called, so it's going to the other end.
You can guarantee he won't get the next penalty shot.
Well, look, sometimes they've got a tendency to, we'll give them someone a penalty shot who doesn't normally have one. That's not the way you play the game. Not at this level. I'm sorry. Anyway, next ball into the centre from the Empire, picked up by Kobe on this occasion. Right-handed throw, goes with a flat throw, but straight down to the centre, off the shins of the centre for the Empire. That's number 6, lays it off to the right winger. Goes with a fast ball, same gap, PC straight through once again. So, well, maybe we might be calling Murray in at the end of the game. But as a timeout has been called, so, Matt, what do they do?
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm not so sure that sticking with Morgan in center. I mean, he just looks a bit gun-shy in center, to be honest. Maybe see what else you can come up with in center, because they've been getting pounded in that BC gap between the center and the right, the center and the left wing. So I might see what else you can do. Maybe
there has been a change, I can tell you that now.
Maybe put Neely there.
Morgan's gone across to the left wing, and into the center has gone Daniel Solis.
Number 5. Okay.
Well, it's actually.
Well, it could be also Gabe Markstrom. If it's not number 5. So, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we still are waiting for the final roster. It's going to be here maybe by the end of the tournament.
No, it certainly is number 6. So anyway, Morgan from the left wing goes across. Good ball. Great ball. Fantastic flat ball. The centre didn't move.
That's a problem
for the Empire, so I don't know why. It's a bit strange. Anyway, next ball into the AB gap. Ball's locked forward. Nobody's chasing. They're going to get done for 10 seconds, make no mistake about it. Oh, they were lucky the ball rolled. Nobody got up to chase the ball.
It's one of those set the defense plays.
Anyway, left winger now goes across court, beats the centre player and picked up by Neely. The numberless James Neely hits the goal. Lucky not to be called for an own goal.
Or a noise penalty.
Anyway, picked up by the right winger, goes across the centre, picked up by this in the centre on this occasion. Now, I'm going to guess that is Solis in there. Morgan goes across court, beats the centre player, but left winger there to pick it up. Big pass across court from left to right winger. Picked up by the right winger who promptly throws it out. So, just one thing to do the big passes, but you've got to make sure that you're in the position to block those passes. That's the most important thing. Anyway, next ball up and not over, fractured up, but well blocked by the right winger down there for the Empire. Comes in now, winds up, goes across court, up and no, is it going to roll through? Yes, it is.
That should be
not.
a goal. Well, yep.
Yeah,
finally
goal. I thought it was above the line, behind the line. Great effort by Morgan to get back, but it certainly was a goal. That's why I was surprised. He did the right thing. He just pushed the ball forward in the throwing motion, but the ball had certainly crossed the line. So score is now 8-2, although it still says 7-2.
I think they're conferring on that goal.
Yep, but it certainly is a goal. It should be 8-2. Now, just speaking to the goal judge, referee is waiting.
Yep, goal's been confirmed.
Goal has been confirmed. No, I think he said no goal. No, 8-2 is the score.
8-3?
8-3.
That should be 8-2.
It should be 8-2. 8-2. There you go. There's always confusion, isn't there?
Well, it seems so. But we've had goals added and taken away all weekend. So
Well, that's it. And we're only into the first game of the second day. Anyway, Morgan from the left wing goes across court into the centre. They picked up by the Empire centre, lays it off to his winger on the right-hand side. Goes with the discus throw. Hard, flat ball, fractured, but this time it's been fractured forward. Being chased by the centre. Lays it off now to James Neely. Neely on the right wing for Boise Blaze. Goes across court, and that's going to go out very, very early. Went out around about the high ball line at the far end of the court. Ball with the right winger now for the Empire. Winds up, goes with a discus throw. Hard, flat throw, beats the centre, but Neely's there to defend it nicely for the Boise Blaze. Goes across court, and a much better ball, but blocked out by the winger, who seemed to be caught slightly out of position and just dropped down. And
high ball.
High ball.
Illegal
coaching.
New York. Oh, Blaze.
Oh, illegal coaching, Blaze.
See, that's a big mistake.
Mm.
I mean, you knew that ball was going to come back in quickly because of how close it was. So, number 3 is going to defend.
There is no 3.
Number 6.
Number 6 to defend.
Well, they originally called number 3, so.
Yeah. Now, he does have a number 7 on the front of his shirt, James Neely, but I thought you had to have it on the back as well.
Yeah, we'll have to get some clarification on that.
Mm.
All sorts of weird things happening this weekend.
Yep, well, there you go. Anyway, 6 to defend. Illegal coaching. Troy King, you're not alone.
Didn't he get it 3 times in one game?
He didn't. He actually lost the final in the state championships, or the own goal was the goal that was scored, which they won on, was actually an illegal coaching penalty.
Ouch.
So
that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's okay, Troy. Our hearts are with you.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've been there, done that before, so everybody has. I think everybody
Seems
who
like we
coaches has
have
done it.
a timeout here, it looks like. Or something.
No, well, there's no timeout.
Then what's the whole?
There's a substitution.
Oh, okay.
There's substitution by the look of things, yes. Now, in my view, if he's come on to do the substitution, he's got to have the ball in his hand.
Otherwise
it's a wasted substitution at that time.
Yep. You know, it just seems like the Blaze don't really have an offensive attack in mind at this point.
Well, here we go. Oh, might have been an eye shades because they didn't call a sub anyway. Flat ball and blocked. Threw it straight at the number 6, straight down to the centre. He actually caught it on his knees facing the opposition's goal. So
that's terrible.
Wasted throw. Nearly with the ball now for the Blaze. Cross-court ball, aiming for the AB gap. Doesn't get it through on that occasion. Hit more B than AB, so back with the left winger for the Empire. Goes down the line, but just turns late. The young goal judge races in, drops the ball into James Neely. Neely with the ball now. Goes across court, aiming for that AB gap. This time he does hit the gap, but the feet come out of from the right winger to keep the ball out. Goes with a quick throw. Going down the line. Morgan's feet just get in the way, keep the ball out of the net. About 1.5 meters in. Oh, and very close to a high ball and called. So, there you go. So, a penalty And
penalty on Morgan.
see, this is going to kill them. Too many penalties.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is they've been stopping the Empire in even strengths, but just can't get rid of these penalties.
Cross-court ball, magnificent ball. Straight into the, almost the C corner from the centre. And unfortunately, young Morgan was beaten all ends up. The score is now
9-2.
9-2, so nearly in position. Ball about to be dropped in. Ball dropped in now. James Neely with the ball. Comes in. Winds up cross-court ball on this occasion. Into the centre, fractured, but fractured forward. Centre throws a hard ball back, and this ball will be a ball over. As the ball was kicked wide and across the sideline, in between the high ball and halfway lines. Left winger now for the Empire. Goes down his line, but James Neely is there to block on this occasion for the Boise Blaze. He's now right-handed thrower. Hooks the ball across a late hook, but straight into the centre. Centre's going to official timeout. So,
now just to clarify for our listeners who, everybody has a different way of calling. The way that we're calling this is when we say AB, we're talking about the gap between the center and the right winger. If you're looking at the opposing offense.
yeah, I do apologise.
And then in the B and the BC is the gap between obviously the center and the left wing. In America sometimes we call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending. Some people do a 1 through 6 system, but it's just simpler to do A, B, 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 C, C.
Well,
so.
I can't count to 5.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. The letters are good.
Right winger goes with a bouncing ball out before the halfway line. Bounced in now to James Neely on the right wing for Boise Place, and he passes it straight across to Morgan on the left wing. Goes across court ball, and that's going to drift out around about just ahead of the playing area at the far end of the court. Left winger now goes across, aiming for it was aiming for the BC area, but hit B.
Dead on almost.
The ball just from Neely just pushes the ball back. The centre probably should have taken that throw himself. Goes for that gap, and Neely's feet just get there and kick the ball. It was a great ball. It would have finished up right in the A post. Neely with the ball now, goes across court. Again into the centre. This time the ball goes fractured forward, chased by the Empire centre. Picks it up, lays it back to his left winger. Goes for the gap between AB, doesn't get through on this occasion. Ball passed across to Morgan on the left wing. Left winger goes down his line, aiming for the AB gap down the far and doesn't get through. Picked up by the Empire centre, gives it to the right wing. Goes with a discus, hard bouncing ball. This time centres up to it, blocks it nicely, lays the ball off to his left winger, Morgan. Goes across court. Beats a centre on this occasion, so they're beating them occasionally. And the left winger throws the ball, but again fractured, and this time the ball's been fractured forward and running loose. This time Morgan gets to it and pushes it. Keeps the ball out of the back of the net, unlike the previous attempt. Throws the ball down, and it's a line out that's been called. Or blocked out, should say. Thrown straight out. And that was purely and simply because they're
getting close
very
to
close
10
to 10
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah. Good awareness.
Ball now dropped in. James Neely with the ball now for the Boise Blaze. Right arm thrower. Bouncing ball, aiming for the BC gap. Doesn't get it through on this occasion. The ball's going to be blocked out. Chased by the New York Empire centre. Picks it up, passes it back to his left winger. Goes down that line again, but James Neely's been pretty solid on this wing. The right-hand wing down the far end here. This time he goes across court, but again, too much to the centre. Picked up by B. The New York centre takes the ball, throws it straight back at the other centre. Huge wind-up for very little return. Lays the ball off, scrambled the ball across to his left winger in Morgan, who just pushes it back with the right winger now for the Empire. Goes with a hard ball down the line. Blocked by Morgan, who's on his knees, sends the ball back. And at this level of competition, you're not going to score that like that very often. Bouncing ball into the centre, up and over the top of Neely, who had no chance whatsoever. So
I think Gabe Markstrom is the other guy out there, actually.
Marksman. Yeah,
Markstrom.
Yep. Right, Neely's stopped, then went again. Bouncing ball with a little bit of skip
Yep,
Thought
nice
it got
ball.
through there, but didn't quite get through. The winger picked it up for the umpire, who's thrown this ball out. So, I know it's been called. Drops the ball in now. Nearly with the ball. Back to his mark. Throws a skipping ball, but straight into the centre. Fractured forward, but well mopped up by the centre. Lays it off to his left winger. Comes in now. Cross-court ball, aiming for Morgan to try and get past Morgan. Doesn't on this occasion. He's as solid as a rock. Next ball, a cross-court ball to the right, left winger down at the far end. Goes down that line for nearly. Oh, and it's hit the post and gone out, line out. Fantastic ball. As they say, you don't have to be dead to be stiff sometimes, and that was a great ball. Ball has been passed across. There is going to be an official time because it is an equipment check. The goals have been moved.
There's some big boys out there, man.
Yeah,
They're
so-
hitting those posts at a breakneck speed. So
Yeah, Neely's got a tendency to come back and hit the posts on a regular basis. A lot of people do use the goals.
Yeah.
I must admit, when I played, even internationally, I knew where the goals were, but I very seldom went back to take my mark from the goals. So it's to each their own. Bouncing ball by Morgan going down his line, which is the A line. And but with now the right winger for New York goes with a discus ball through that into the game, and that will be game, I'm sorry to say.
nope.
11-2, sorry, that one to go.
Bit premature, but we're getting awfully close to a mercy here.
Yeah, and that's, you don't like to see them. Well, I don't anyway.
No, I don't think anybody likes to see them. It's not good for the game, but it does motivate you to get better.
Well, this is the thing, it does do that. Next ball into the centre, and that is now game. So the score is 12-2, and with around about 3 minutes, 30.3 seconds to go in the first half. So
This is DSN TV, showcasing the ability in disability. Proudly brought to you by the PA people.